Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we're discussing about Bitcoin, Ethereum, the total market capitalization for all cryptocurrencies, and we're going to be talking about record-breaking numbers, both for market capitalization for Ethereum and pretty soon for Bitcoin. Hopefully, can Bitcoin get to $50,000? That is the question for today, and there is a very good probability that we will hit $50,000. Now, of course, as with any investment in cryptocurrency or any investment, you should do your research beforehand. I am not a financial advisor. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Half the people on YouTube have no idea what they're talking about. The only people who know what they're talking about are the financial PhD hedge fund executives. No, I'm just kidding. Not even they know what they're talking about. So honestly, whenever you hear a prediction coming from anybody, take it with a grain of salt. They probably did their research, but you should do your own research, and there's no 100% guarantee. So what does this mean? Should you stop listening to everybody? No, you should take what they say into account, but understand that no one is a genie. Not me, not you, no one you hear. Nobody has a clue where Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of these cryptocurrencies are going, but based off of whether it's technical analysis, the fundamentals, the past, or just a hunch that it's going up and maybe they're super lucky, some of these people are undoubtedly going to be correct on where most likely Bitcoin will hit. So we can predict all we want, but there's no guarantee that Bitcoin's going to hit $50,000. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's hope it gets to $50,000. It's currently back above $40,000. It's very close to $41,000, and Ethereum has surpassed $1,700 over the past 24 hours. Its all-time high, its new peak, is $1,756.60. Now, that is the coin market cap average. So on certain exchanges, Ethereum hit over $1,800. That is absolutely nuts. The total market capitalization, the previous record earlier this month was beat. It was $1.13 trillion. As of today, as of the past few hours, it has hit over $1.2 trillion, and the new peak is $1 trillion, $207 million. That is nuts to talk about. Take Jeff Bezos, you take all of his net worth, and Elon Musk, combine them together, that's only around $400 billion. Multiply them by 3, you get to 1,200. So this will keep growing. Hopefully it can get to $2 trillion, but the magic number that everybody's talking about, Bitcoin at $100,000, realize that we need hundreds of billions of dollars to come in. Not only the average investor, Billy Bob Joe, but institutional investors. And where are they investing into? Primarily Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's go back inside. Let's discuss about the past 3 years of the market capitalizations. How has Bitcoin dominance done? Currently, it's at 62%. But believe me, if you're new to the cryptocurrency space, you might be absolutely shocked to hear that Bitcoin, it used to be at both 90%, which you could have probably guessed because it was obviously the original, and it used to be around 30% not too long ago. So it definitely changes, and Ethereum had a chance of being number one a few years ago.
So Bitcoin is still past $40,000, but the total market capitalization record has been beat yet again, $1.219 trillion right now. So Ethereum is right around $1,700. And I must say, looking at Bitcoin's dominance, currently it is at 61.4%. So it actually fell. It was at 61.9% earlier. But right around 2016, 2017, there was an increased interest in Bitcoin. And then Ethereum really had its run, and XRP also in 2017. So beginning in the last months of 2016, Bitcoin had its dominance of 83.43%, while Ethereum had only 6% of the market cap, and XRP had 2.2%. Now, if we move back into 2017, February, actually 4 years ago, Bitcoin had 85.5% of the total market cap. That is absolutely crazy. And Ethereum had only 5%, XRP around 1%. Now, as soon as we get into the third month, we go from Bitcoin having 85% to a steep drop off to 64%, around the position where we're at right now. Ethereum gained to 16%. XRP had 8% of the market cap. We had Litecoin at 1%, 1.5%, and then it kept on dropping. So when we get to the 5th month and when we get into the 6th month, almost July now, because it's the 26th of June, Bitcoin fell down to 40.34%. Oh, sorry, it was actually on the 19th of June, it was at 37.84%. And Ethereum, this was the closest point in time for Ethereum to hit the number 1 position. It was 31.17%. So from 38% to 31%, that's only a few percentage points away. And the market cap at that time was only, for all of the cryptocurrencies, was only a few $100 billion. Actually, it was probably like less than 200 billion, because it really started to grow to 300-400 billion dollars later on in the summer. So XRP at that time was almost at 10%, which is one of the highest points it ever was. And then it started to grow. Bitcoin started to grow. The fall of 2017 and the winter of 2017 is when there was this massive growth. The market capitalization for all cryptocurrencies almost hit $900 billion. And Bitcoin went from 30-40% during the last months of July and August. It was approaching 50%. In September, it was very close to 50%. It kept rising, and in November, it hit 62%, with Ethereum dropping to 14.2 and XRP dropped to 3.9. Then we had Bitcoin Cash come out with 5.3% of the total market cap. So this is how everything looks. As you can see, it was absolutely very stable here. It was past 90%. And then, bam, it dropped off like we were discussing, 37-40%, started rising, and then another steep drop-off. In December, it went from 62.8% with Ethereum 10%, Bcash 5.5%, all the way down to 32.8%. So in January of 2018, Ethereum had another rise where it was 18, almost 19%, Bcash over 6%. And then Bitcoin sort of recovered all the way up to 45%, another drop off below 40%. And then later on, halfway through 2018, we hit 40% and Bitcoin never returned below that point again. It started rising to 50, and then pretty soon 60%. We're already in 2019, and you see completely different players here. XRP 5%, but XRP never really returned to those levels, 10 or over 10%. Ethereum was bouncing around for the past few years, anywhere from below 10% to even close to 20 or more than 20%. And then we had other coins come in. So we had Binance Coin, we had Cardano, Polkadot, Tether, and XRP was just chilling around a few percent usually. So Bitcoin recovered. It went all the way up almost to 70%. And this was in September of 2019. And by the time we're in 2020, approaching September, what's very ironic, halfway through September and halfway through September, both cases, but Bitcoin fell to one of its lowest points of 56%. Ethereum was 12.2%. And then we have XRP, Tether, Bcash, a lot of other cryptocurrencies. And then we hit over 70%, around 70% in the last few days of 2020, and now we are here. So it is interesting to look at this, where in the future, it's not guaranteed that Bitcoin will always be number one. Maybe Ethereum takes over, maybe XRP, maybe Polkadot, maybe some other completely new cryptocurrency that's a DeFi project right now or still has not been established yet that might come out next year, that might come out 10 years from now or 50 years from now. But it's interesting to look at this because a lot more cryptocurrencies started coming out in 2017, 18, 19, and now through Bitcoin's dominance, you can sort of see when altcoin season is starting. A lot of people would say that alt season has started in January and was fluctuating throughout January and February the past month. And usually Ethereum and Bitcoin, despite the fact that Ethereum is an altcoin and obviously it's part of alt season, sometimes it goes against everything. So when Bitcoin starts rising, when there's a bull run, a lot of cryptocurrencies start to go up, generally aside from the projects that have scandals or are going bankrupt or there's some certain issues with it. Usually if it's alt season, then a lot of alts are pumping up and Bitcoin's very stable, but Ethereum sometimes goes against it because of institutional investors recently. So institutional investors don't really care about DeFi. They don't really care about all these other projects. They might throw $1 million or $2 million, but usually it's spread out amongst various projects. So you just look at Grayscale and they have over 85% of it in Bitcoin, almost 15% of it in Ethereum Trust, and then, like the last 1%, they're dealing with Chainlink and like 10 other projects that they're only throwing $1 million or $2 million into. The rest, it's hundreds of millions going across over even $1 billion. So it's certainly interesting, but these institutional investors, for the most part, right now, I think it's going to change in the future, but for right now, they're pulling most of their money into these classic coins. And Ethereum's been around for so many years that there's more trust in it than all these other altcoins. I went through the XRP SEC scandal recently. We saw a lot of institutional investors get out of that. So it's interesting to look at Bitcoin's dominance. When is the Bitcoin season? When is alt season? Sometimes Ethereum just follows along with Bitcoin depending on the institutional investors' interest. But Ethereum broke new heights. We broke new heights with the total market capitalization. And what's coming in the nearby future is a possible CME futures listing for Ether. So a lot of people are getting very excited about that. Some are even saying, like Bitcoin Crypto is making videos about how Ethereum possibly might get to $1 million. And then his previous video was $100,000. Guys, let's chillax. Let's hopefully get it to $2,000 and then $5,000 before we start talking about $100,000 or above. The CME futures listing would definitely help the price in the long run. In the short run, nothing's guaranteed, of course. There is a rally in DeFi alts, and that's definitely one of those starting signals for alt season. Also, a few days ago, MicroStrategy pitched to over 1,400 companies, and a lot of these were those institutional investors. MicroStrategy is definitely an institutional investor, throwing in hundreds of millions of dollars and helping out, spreading the word. The CEO, Michael Saylor, he's going crazy. So in a good way, that's always great. But right now, whether it's over the next month or whether it's to the end of 2021, there is a good chance that Bitcoin might hit $50,000. As soon as we break past $42,000, the sky's the limit, basically. Nobody knows where it's going to stop at. Of course, there's going to be fundamentals in TA that certain traders and people who just aren't that very risk averse, they're going to be plopping, hey, maybe I'll sell at 45, maybe I'll sell at 48, maybe I'll sell at 52K. But a lot of people are getting super excited. Just be safe with your money. And hopefully we reach new heights.
Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing if you're coming over from Kubera, or if you're a new subscriber, hit that like button, comment, share to help with engagement. We will be posting daily content. I will be coming back soon to the US of A. I'll be getting a job. Hopefully I'm able to find out if I'm going to be a computer science student over the next month if I got into college, because if I did, that means I'm becoming a student as of the first week of March. So woohoo! And if not, our journey continues. We're going to be making more videos about that, in-depth videos about that pretty soon. So stay tuned. We're not only going to be discussing about cryptocurrency and personal finance, but when I return to America, we're going to be going through whether I have a part-time job, full-time job, and how I'm spending that money. Taxes, Roth IRA investments, contributions, whatever investments I'd make into cryptocurrency, how I'm rebuilding my credit score back up again. I want to have a credit score back up in the 700s like I used to, hopefully within the next year, or at maximum within the next 2 years. I've got big plans for 2021. Regardless of Bitcoin's price, we're going places. So stay tuned, and pretty soon we're going to hit 500 subscribers. So thank you. Bye.